Level 1 uses phonics and introduces students to some of the simplest and most common sounds in English. It teaches what the letters sound like when they're on their own and when in words, as well as how they're written.
Okay, in this video, we're going to go over how to teach level 1 with ClassIn. First thing you want to do for every class is maximize yourself here on the screen and just give the kid a nice greeting, ask them how their day is going, maybe what they ate for breakfast, or did they do anything exciting since the last time you saw them for a lesson. The next activity we're going to do is the sound learning. So the first part of sound learning is say the sound. There is no page for this. Again, we're going to maximize ourselves so we are as large as possible. And we're going to use two key phrases. We're going to use our sound today is and my turn, your turn. So the first thing you want to do is just introduce the new sound of the day. So for example, in this lesson, our sound, we'll just have one sound and it is t. Start out just saying our sound today is t. Again, always use the same phrase to introduce the sounds as this helps students understand. Again, when saying the sound t, you want to use the key phrase my turn, your turn. So ready, Teacher Payne's turn, t, my turn, t, your turn. Again, using the hand motions to keep it consistent. You'll want to repeat the sound multiple times. So you can do it in a lot of fun ways. You can go, your turn. Ooh, let's do it very quiet now. My turn. Your turn. Ooh, let's do a real loud one. My turn. Your turn. Oh, very good. Always being very supportive. The second part of sound learning is going to be the picture cards. As you can see, you want to make it nice and big. Make sure we use as much screen space as possible. So each new sound has 4 picture cards. So if this lesson only has one sound, we will only have 4 picture cards. If we were learning 2 new sounds today, then we would have 8 picture cards. The key thing with this that most people make a mistake is they think it is a vocabulary exercise. This is not a vocabulary exercise. The purpose is to show what the sound of the day sounds like in real words. So you want to really enunciate it when you say it. So for example, here we have teacher. And as you can see, if you're not quite sure what the image is, Babington Bear is nicely pointing it out for you here at the bottom. So again, you want to enunciate it. So in this case, it's a bouncy sound. We're going to say teacher. Again, you want to use that consistent phrase using my turn, your turn. So my turn, teacher, your turn, teacher. Ooh, very good. Again, this is not a vocabulary exercise. So you're just having the student repeat 2 to 3 times using my turn, your turn. Again, do the same for the following 3 images. The third part of sound learning is sound picture and introduce the phrase. So after doing the 4 picture cards, you'll see a page with a picture and phrase linked to the sound of the day. So in this case, we have a tree. Ask the student first if they can identify what the picture is. So, oh, can you tell Teacher Payne what this is? No? Oh, you don't know? It is a tree. Good. Can you say tree? My turn. Tree. Your turn. Tree. Very good. If the student cannot identify the picture, that is fine. Just tell them. So after asking the student if they can identify the picture, we now need to introduce the phrase to the student. If you're not quite sure what the phrase is, we have put it down here at the bottom. So in this case, we're going to encourage the student to say, down the tree and across the branches, and then saying the sound after. T. So, just as an example, okay, ready? Are you ready to join Teacher Payne? What do we say? We say it with me. down the tree and across the branches. Wow, good job. And then you always need to say the sound straight after saying the phrase. So we say, what do we say? T. Good. And then we give it a dot, saying the sound with the student. This helps associate the sound with the phrase in the student's mind. So again, and do it multiple times. You could do it 2 to 3 times. Okay, what do we say again? Down the tree and across the branches. T. Again, building momentum and rhythm. Good. Again, down the tree and across the branches. And what do we say? And then see if the student can say it by themselves with you providing less scaffolding. But again, if not, just tell them. As you can see now, we just have the sound. We do not have the picture associated with it in front of it. Continue to say the phrase followed by the sound, and then again, use the red pen tool to write some examples on the board as you do it. So, okay, we have a little bit less help now because we don't have the image. So what do we say? Good. Down the tree and across the branches. What do we say? Oh, very good. And then you can do some silly ones as well. Oh, do we do it like this? Down the tree and across the branches. Oh, no, that's too little. Silly Teacher Payne. Do we do a big one like this? Down the tree and across the branches. No. Oh, that was too quick. How about this? Down the tree and across the branches. Oh, wow, that's a good size, right? And what do we say after? Very good. And then just do it 3 to 5 times, incorporating some silly ones to help with student engagement. On the next page, we will actually do the 5th part of sound learning, and that is writing the sound. So at this point, the student has already been introduced to the phrase. We've practiced it, and now we're going to actually practice it, tracing it for these 5, and then actually down here showing the student how to properly do it with lines using a finger space. The first thing you need to do is trace the sounds on the page and continue to say the phrase with the student as you do so. So again, what do we say? And always try to get the student to give you the answer first before just telling them. So, down the tree and across the branches. Oh, silly Teacher Payne made his pen too big. So if you make your pen too big, we can come over here and make it quite a bit smaller. Okay, again, down the tree and across the branches. Wow, that's a lot better. Again, do these for all 5, having the student join in as much as possible. Then you'll proceed to go down here. Again, ask the student, see if they can tell you. If not, just tell them, all right, encourage them to join in. What do we say? Down the tree and across the branches. Very good. And then remember, we need to put a finger space here. So we're going to move over. Okay, what do we say again? Down the tree and across the branches. And continue to do that until you have filled the whole line. And that is how to use ClassIn to teach the sound learning for level 1.
Go!
So in summary, we in sound learning, we say the sound, then we go through the picture cards, then there's the phrase to introduce, and finally there's writing the sound, followed by a review.